Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market. Didn't do a video yesterday. Um, just because what's the reason for I wasn't really too motivated. Like nobody's really interested in the cryptocurrency market right now, guys. It's um I don't know. They want to hear about the drama, SBF, I guess, whatever other stuff and things like that. So that whatever, that's fine. I'm not like that. So we'll see, guys. Here we go. Um, Bitcoin's in a descending wedge. Just looking at this pattern and everything that's going on with Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin's not going to make it to 10,000. Could it do a wick down there? It could. I don't think so. 13,800, 13,200, something like that, maybe 14 or 15. Where is this thing going to land up? Who knows? You have a good shot with Bitcoin. This is your wave one, it coming back up for a counter trend. So don't get your hopes up quite yet. It is a counter trend rally, okay? But that does mean for you, you want to do some shorts, just look at your data and it comes up here. It'll be similar to possibly a move like this, back up and then it came back down. Okay. It could come back up. So, and then 1, 2, and then maybe a 3 and a 4 and then a 5 back down into there, guys. Okay. I don't want to give you fib targets because fib targets in a diagonal, they mean nothing really, guys. There's no fib targets in a diagonal. If it coming down like that, excuse me, there's just no fib targets. If you take this and go 1.618, it's going to be down in the box. Could it hit it? It could, but more than likely, because it's coming down into this shape or this pattern, which is your typical ending diagonal. So let me go to a weekly chart. I'll show you guys. It actually looks really, really good for Bitcoin. This is actually pretty nice that Bitcoin is doing this. As you can see on a linear chart, is Bitcoin took care of the correction right there. I did a counter trend, took care of the majority of the correction right there, counter trend, and now it is coming down into what's called a descending wedge or an ending diagonal. Okay. In my opinion, I think the higher probability is that Bitcoin is in a counter trend rally and is going to come back down. What does that mean for you as a cryptocurrency trader or potentially investor going into a next wave run? Is this, you want to pay attention to the coins that maintain a good setup, and also the coins that haven't had any problems. As an example, Solana. Okay, look, I don't have any issues with Solana. If I say something negative about Solana, then the Solana maxis come on and go, oh my God, what do you say that for? Look, here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. And most of you are men. Well, men, okay? Small minority of you are women, especially the ones that are hanging around right now. If you're a woman and you're in this space right now, you're unique. I would say that you're very, very unique. So if like here's a very good test for you guys, okay? To get rid of your feelings or to understand your feelings or your emotions, what's going on into cryptocurrency market, okay? If you like a coin, if you're in a trade on a coin, I don't care what it is, you pick any coin and you throw that thing in your mind. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Solana, any of these coins. And somebody comes along and they say something to you about your coin and you feel these emotions, like it starts getting you all riled up and stuff like that. That's a really good indication that you're too emotionally invested into your coin. You do not get emotionally invested in any of these coins, guys. Look at what happened to Bitcoin right here. Why would you want to get emotionally invested into a coin that's dumped almost 80%? You don't want to do that, okay? So that's a good test. That's a good test. I'm going to preach it to the choir here. Most of you guys know that. But if that's happening, and you, like, people say crap about my coins. You know how many guys are ragging on me about Amplify? Oh man, you're such an idiot. All this other stuff. Or I'm in Caspa or Chili's. People think there's people that insist that Chili's is going to zero now, guys. Can you believe it? There's people that think that Chili's is going to zero. I don't care that they think Chili's is going to zero. Those same people, once that thing starts blasting up, it's at 35 cents. They'll be aping in at 35 cents, going, oh yeah, look at it. It's going to $1 now. Because they're emotionally invested into another coin, and then they see the green candles, and then they get emotionally invested into this coin. That's how that works, guys. However, let's go back over Bitcoin. You see my screen right there? That is clearly with Bitcoin, clearly with my certainty of 90% that Bitcoin is coming down to finish a correction. Okay. That is an ending wedge or an ending diagonal, whichever term you would like to use. They're both the same shape. And how long it will take to get down there, who knows? January, possibly, February, March, maybe even April. Be prepared for that. Just get yourself prepared mentally for that. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be other coins you can get into, because right now, Bitcoin's doing a little counter trend rally, and there's going to be some coins that will pop and maybe suck some bulls in. Okay. So that, to me, like I said, 90% certainty that that is coming down to finish up something with targets right around 13,000 to 14, low 15, somewhere in that area. Could it do a wick down to 10? It could. I don't think it's going to go much lower. It's going to probably stay however you want to make that diagonal, guys, however you want to make this shape right here, whether you want to put that there, or here, or something like that, and then put this like this or like that. Okay. Somewhere along the lines, this will be here. It'll come back up in this area, maybe drag over here. It'll come back down in this area and come back over here and then back down like that. Okay. And I have confluence on these waves right here. This is on log. You can see I got these trend lines. Okay. Now I do take these and put them down a little bit. You want to play with these a little bit. Some people might go, it's got to be just like that on the candle bodies. And that's true. And that's a $12,000 target. Okay. And that could happen. You want to be aware of that. So I got it up a little bit more like that, guys, because the reason why is I'm going along this trend first right here, wick through there a little bit and come up into that area. Okay. And then you do have another one over here, another trend line. Trend lines are very strong, guys, especially when they're multi-year trend lines. As a matter of fact, I'll go over XRP. I think XRP is breaking its trend. You see that trend right there? Look at that. You see? Look at that. You got 4 touches on that trend. That's a strong trend, in my opinion. Right there, came down a little bit. Right there, and then boom. That's a strong trend. That's definitely a trend I would pay attention to, guys. Right there, boom. Okay, up and probably along this thing. Now, could Bitcoin do something like this? It's up, back down, come up and back down, and then boom, something like that. It could, guys. So you want to be aware of that. Otherwise, Bitcoin looks pretty decent coming up to finish something. And then what's this going to be over here? What's going to go on over here? Consolidation. If it's a counter trend rally. Now, here's the deal right here with Bitcoin. Well, what I think is what you want to look out for with Bitcoin, if it starts ripping out of there, it's probably a counter trend rally. If it consolidates for a little bit, and then it's probably going to go bullish again. But if it just starts ripping real quick, it's probably a counter trend rally, but you just don't know. We have 2 times where it just basically started ripping, and then here it consolidated and ripped. So really, we have a 50-50 shot. Okay. But either way, it's going to be going into some sort of bullish sequence. What I mean by a bullish sequence, it could be a counter trend rally and it could be strong. That counter trend rally, if it's a counter trend rally, guys, it could be a strong rally. It could really, really rip. Okay. Bull market or bear market rallies can rip and rip hard. Okay. You see that wave right there? Bitcoin could do a wave like this size, like something like that over here. Boom. Okay. And then correct and then do another one. Just to let you guys know. And there'll be a huge opportunity to make a lot of money in Bitcoin. Me personally, right now, I think it's going to finish a correction. And I think the odds are it's going to be going into a bullish sequence. That's what I think. Okay. So now I'm going to go over some coins with you guys. The DXY, Bitcoin's been going down. The DXY is going down. So you can see the DXY is just a guide to help you figure out maybe where the markets are going. Same thing with the VIX. There's nothing 100% certain ever in the markets, guys. So Amplify came back down into this area. Checking this coin out right there. I'm liking how on the 12-hour chart it came down fairly deep. So this is one that I'm picking up is doing well. This has a better setup than Bitcoin right now, doesn't it? If you're a bull, this is a better coin right now. higher risk coin, better coin. Same thing with a left zero. I think you have a good shot. It did something right there. And it could be swinging up into a counter trend off of this wave, and it could swing back down to these areas, guys. So a left zero is a good coin. Barn Bridge or Bond is another one I'm paying attention to. Whether it stays on this trend, it's going to be ripping out of there, or comes back down to this trend and gets out of there, guys. That's what I'm looking at with Bond coin. Okay, those are the higher risk plays I posted on Twitter over here, my Twitter profile. I went through some coins, and I'm going to be checking out to make a solid return in the next wave run. Chili's is another one I'm looking at. Chili's is in a really good spot, guys, just because it went up into this wave and it's corrected 76% of that wave. And it's nice down deep, real deep in that 12-hour RSI. Take a look at it on the daily. It came down nice and deep again. So Chili's is definitely in an area. You would see this over here. You see that? You want to look for something like that over here, guys. Okay, to get an entry in Chili's. Okay, so over the next, say, 2 weeks, 30 days, something like that with Chili's in this area. Because if Chili's went up into this wave, back down to this wave, second wave right here, it could be doing a dynamic wave over there, guys. Okay, all right. I was talking to people about this with Quant. Most people didn't believe it, except one guy contacted me. What do I do? I said, look, man, just, look, risk it for the biscuit. What's your loss? What's your loss on Quant back in June when it was bottoming at 41, 42? And it's at 47 or 48 or whatever it was. I think it was something like that. Here's your loss. You could lose from 47, 41. That's your stop loss, and you just get out of it. You're like, hey, screwed it up. But look what happened with Quant. It went up to... next thing we know, it was at 60, 70, 80, did a correction, and then went up to $200. Okay, so this could happen with Chili's, guys. Think about that. It's setting itself up to do that move, guys. Dogecoin. I'll go over that, make a video about that. People aren't interested in Dogecoin. Dogecoin's going to do another wave, and I'm paying attention to Dogecoin because I have a lot of retail investors that want to get out of the coin. They're pretty upset with the coin. And when it gets back up above all-time highs, I'm supposed to shoot them a message and go, sell it, get out now before it dumps type thing. Okay? Energy Web token. Energy Web is back down to that area again, guys. What did it do down here? On the daily, it came down and corrected that pretty good. Energy Web, you want to see it maintain that $2.93 low right there, guys, and it could. It very well could. I have to pay attention to that one. Phantom is another one, guys. Phantom is another one. What is it going to do here? Phantom could have gone up into a wave, okay? And then it's correcting that, and it could be finishing something off over there. So Phantom, out of the later ones, Phantom looks pretty good, guys. Looks a lot better than Solana and ICP. Caspa is another one. Here's the deal with Caspa. It broke that low, so this could be a 5-wave move. It might come back up and do a 3-wave swing. I entered into there, so I'm not really too worried about Caspa, because if Caspa is doing a wave sequence down, it could do a 3-wave back up. That's a 40% move. You can exit and then pick it back up over here. I don't think it's going to even take that long of a time, even if Caspa does that move and then lands back on top of this wave, possibly. Just don't know yet, but it could rip. It could rip from there too. Okay. Especially, just have to wait and see it play out. Cadena. Take a look at KDA. KDA could do same thing as Caspa, guys, and swing back up here and then swing back down and maintain those lows. That's what you want to pay attention to right now. That's why it's vitally important right now to pay attention to your coins, to see if they're staying within their sequence, guys. Same thing with Metis. Same thing with Metis right here, guys. If Metis is going to maintain this low, this is the area to be looking at Metis. It could do that dynamic wave the next 30, 60 days on Metis too, guys. Okay. Quant is the same thing. Quant is coming down, and I think a 5-wave move over here. It's just finishing off this sequence. This is probably a 5 and then went up in 3 and it's finishing off over here, guys. So quant could be like into these areas from 99 and back down to the 87, 88. Okay. I think this is going to be the floor for quant right here in this area, guys. Right here in this area right there. This will be the area to be checking out quant. Okay. You see the daily come back around. Potentially quant, if it makes a so that's starting to look pretty good. Back down here, there's a bullish divergence counter trend back down over here, and see that in the RSI for a good setup on quant. And then my target on quant will be $300. So you're looking at 3x, guys, on quant in the next wave run. So first quarter of 2023 are going into maybe the second quarter of 2023, potentially quant. You could have a solid 3x play, guys. Okay, is what I'd be looking for on that one. Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet is, it looks like to me, it's doing like a flat move. So it could come down more. You know, the $1.20s back down to that area would be a really nice play for that. But it might not make that. You know, if Bitcoin's going up, this might chew up a little bit. It might come back around over here. So Trust Wallet is going to be solid, guys. Up and to the right for Trust Wallet until it proves otherwise with it. It's just in the correction right now. And the sentiment with the cryptocurrency market, when it's slightly bullish, like people will be happy today. There'll be more people posting on Twitter, you know, green candles, good mood, it's their drug, more or less, type thing. And then it's going to do another correction. And then everybody goes, not everybody, but most of those same people go back under their rock and do what they need to do. What happened here to Luxo? Look at that. Look at that. I missed that right there. That could have been it for Luxo, guys. 1, 2. Let's take a look at the wave, what it did. That's probably the third. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up in the fourth. It could come back down here, guys. 430-ish. 420-ish on Luxo. There's some people, you know, they're going over it fundamentally, talking about Luxo. A guy had said something about a problem with it. And I'm going to go to a 3-day chart. And this is a bullish coin, guys. So till it proves to me, it needs to break that low. 308. If it breaks 308, then you could say that there's possibly a problem with Luxo. But the chart's not telling me that. Not right now. It's telling me it's good to go. So I went over Quant, Sol Phantasma, UFO Gaming. Let's check this out. UFO Gaming looks pretty decent. UFO Gaming's in a nice spot, guys. Playing it off that low right there. In this area, counter trend possibly come back down to this area. Possibly look at it like that. Here's UFO Gaming over here. And then you can see, you know, this is the area that you wanted to get in UFO Gaming over here back in June. And then you had a massive wave that it went on. And it could do another one over here, guys. Okay. All is not lost, even if UFO Gaming breaks that. Okay, even if it breaks that, it's still, as long as it maintains this low over here, there should be some pretty massive moves, in my opinion, with UFO Gaming. So I'm bullish on that coin, guys. And I'm one of the few channels out there right now that is talking about this coin, UFO Gaming. Very few people are mentioning it. Here's Litecoin, guys, on the 3-day chart. You see? This is what's happening with Litecoin, guys. There you go. Just pay attention to it. Okay. Litecoin's going to come back down, maybe do another wave, get back in this area. It could do something like that over there, guys. It really could. And it's probably all coming together right now. So if you think about it, with Litecoin right now, It's back down to these areas. Could it come down and wick to the trend? It could, depending on how bearish the market gets. So Bitcoin's going to go down into another strong wave. Possibly it could wick down a little bit more. But then this area right here with Litecoin, the Fed does a rate raise in November, not November, but February. Another one possibly in March, pause, and then Litecoin finishes that wave over there. And you want to get the meat of the wave. You want to get the meat of the wave in Litecoin. Okay. So you're going to get this. You're going to get a 4x in Litecoin, in my opinion, before you're going to get like that in Bitcoin, guys. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Litecoin, nobody uses Litecoin. The setup is better than Bitcoin. It's a lot better than Bitcoin, guys. So that's the reality of it. Litecoin's setting itself up to make a move, and it's probably going to rip that move off. You know, Bitcoin goes from, let's just say it's down here. Bitcoin consolidates. It's at 13,000 and it goes to 28, right? 2x. Well, Litecoin will be at 3 or 4. Just an FYI, in my opinion. I could be wrong. That's what I'm thinking could happen with it. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. Went over some coins with you guys. I'm not going to do the individual type charts quite yet. It's just not worth it. Nobody's really interested unless they're doing shorter term trades or shorts on it. I think I went over on Bitcoin. If it does do a move up, it's in a counter trend rally, guys, and there will be a short setup for Bitcoin if you want to enter into that. Bitcoin is actually looking a lot better than Ethereum on the short side. So if you come to a 12-hour, I'll go do a 12-hour chart, and it goes back up here, and then you can do a short play right there. It'll probably be a little bit safer than Ethereum, or you could do both. You know, just keep like this. This would be the setup. It's doing a counter trend rally. You know, you just put your stop at, like, let's say it gets up to 17.5. You can put a stop at 17.8, or if you want to go real aggressive, up to 18,000 or 18.2. And if it busts that, then you'll know. Don't think so. Don't think so. This is a 5-wave move. It's going to do a 3-wave and then boom, back down for a 5-wave, guys. And that'll be a pretty good, decent little trade right there. I'll probably leverage it up. If I see that set up, I'll leverage it up pretty hard. Just go entering in, you know, a little bit of leverage. And then as I see more and more get higher and higher, more and more leverage, and then just pile into that right there is what I'm probably going to do. So, all right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made all the way to 10, I do appreciate you. New subscribers, I do appreciate you too. And, you know, here over the next 30 to 60 days, I'll probably not be doing as many videos. It takes a lot of time to put these videos together. I don't put a whole bunch of time into it just because it just makes no sense with me right now. Like, I'm not going to spend too much extra time to put everything together right now during these times because people really aren't interested in crypto. The sentiment in crypto is anger, depression. We're definitely in that area, and it's just wearing people out, waiting for it to go bullish. I think some of the bears really got surprised. They were looking for another capitulation event, and Bitcoin is not doing that. It's coming down to a diagonal. This is the first time in the history of Bitcoin that it's doing that. If you go look at the 2018 bear market, it did capitulation event and stopped and went out, and then it did the same thing in the 2014, 15-ish bear market too. Capitulation event, got out of there. This is a different situation. It's coming down in that diagonal that you can see on my screen, and these things just grind and grind and grind down there. So you can just see all the time it took. We were in there, went back up, it's back down, could grind in here. It could grind in here for another 2 weeks, guys, and then finally make a wave down. And it could grind in here for another 2 or 3 weeks and then make another wave down. So this is a different scenario. I don't think Bitcoin is going to be going down to 10,000. I think it's going to need a serious black swan event, probably as, you know, something like FTX again to do something like that. Binance Coin could do that. Binance Coin could to send everything down. Let me go over here, the Binance Coin. I made a video on it. This is the area, candle bodies below that 206 daily, and then weekly candle bodies below that 206. It looks like Binance Coin is going to hold on to it. I do think it was mostly FUD for Binance Coin. I think there's a war going on in the crypto market. You know, you can kind of put all the pieces together, and if you kind of put the pieces together, you can do that. I mentioned this a long time ago that I think that CZ knew what was going on and he pulled the trigger. I think that CZ knew all this all along, and he knew what he did it, and he understood. I think he understood that he was going to have to be going through all of this. I don't think about it reasonably, guys. Do you think he would have done that? Post that Twitter. He's going to get rid of his FTT tokens. Do you really think he was going to do that if he wasn't prepared to do it? Think about it, right? Why would he pull the trigger on somebody and their finances are screwed up? They're playing games. I'm talking about FTX, and Binance pulls trigger to take them out. See, the problem is with FTX is they got greedy and they got stupid. They were playing the games. They did it to Luna. They did Three Arrows Capital, but they themselves were not tight. Okay. The assumption was that they were tight because the guy who was behind it. Okay. So lesson learned. Don't go into crypto because everybody else in crypto says this is a good guy. Look at the patterns that are going on. Luna guy, and then this guy, SBF, that other guy from Phantom, the greasy guy, all those people, man, they're just playing off. They're just playing off the hype. Okay. Mail way to the end. Do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.